music and singing began with a Dock touring choir. Thanks, guys, for a wonderful service of worship and singing at my home congregation of Plains in the morning. And in the afternoon, I went up to Allentown to the Ripple congregation and heard a concert by Ken Meadema, who is a wonderful, delightful musician, composer, singer, who also happens to be blind. But he is just a phenomenal storyteller, and one of the things that he's best known for is that he makes up music, kind of improv. People tell stories, and then he makes a song about the story that they just shared. So I think church is a wonderful place for singing and making music. And so later this week, we're going to pick up that theme. Why church? On Wednesday, hearing from some of you, and then Friday, hearing from Pastor Mike Clemmer. But today, we're going to pick up a theme that we dropped in February, the theme of relationships and dating. I'm not going to ask for a show of hands here how many of you are in a dating relationship currently, but how we relate to one another is something that impacts all of us. And the reason why we're covering this is because we believe that all of our lives, whatever our endeavor is, should in some way reflect the way and the love of Christ. So we're going to hear a little bit this morning from our Love Line experts, Mr. Gaiman, Mr. Bauer, about stories from their lives. And of course, there's many other places where we can get advice as well. I don't know where you get your dating relationship advice from. Do you get it from Scripture? Do you get it from your church? Do you get it from your pastor, from your parents? Most likely from peers. But your peers have limited experience in this field, so we're going to count a little more on those who have a little more experience in here this morning. But let me start off with reading this passage from 1 Corinthians 13, which is often used in wedding ceremonies, but I think it's something that is first written for all of us as Christians in all of our relationships, not just dating and marriage relationships. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things,